Welcome to this explainer. Let's be real. Preparing for your very first ballroom competition brings a wild mix of incredible excitement and, honestly, a fair bit of nervous anxiety. You're stepping out onto that floor for the very first time, and it is a massive milestone that you're never going to forget.
But let me ask you, are you really ready for the logistics of it? If you've got those day of butterflies right now, I want to completely validate them. It's totally normal. Competitions involve a ton of new steps, rules, crazy schedules, floor etiquette, and the sheer reality of dancing under bright lights with judges watching your every single move. Well, today we're going to demystify all of that chaos so you can arrive calm, organized, and perfectly ready to perform.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to follow your exact chronological journey today. First up, arrival and checking in. Then mastering your warm-up time, navigating the schedule, what judges look for, and finally, floor etiquette and professionalism.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, Arrival and Checking In.
Right off the bat, you need to know a magic number, 60 to 90. Why does this matter so much? Well, because competition schedules can be incredibly tight, and the whole environment is super fast-paced. Experienced competitors highly recommend arriving at the venue at least 60 to 90 minutes before your very first scheduled dance. Trust me, you do not want to be sprinting in from the parking lot in a sheer panic.
Once you actually walk through those venue doors, you've got 3 immediate jobs. Step 1, find that registration desk. Have your name, division level, partner info, and any waivers totally ready to go. Step 2, confirm your entry. Just make sure you're in the system exactly as you planned. And Step 3, track down the heat list. I want you to confirm your exact category right then and there. We want absolutely zero last-minute surprises regarding your pairings.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, Mastering Your Warm-Up Time.
Okay, so you're checked in, you're officially legal, and man, you can feel that tension building. Now, competitions usually have super limited warm-up space, meaning you've got to be really strategic. Don't go trying to run your entire routine 5 times. Instead, focus on these 3 essential checks. First, set your footing and timing to get a feel for the floor. Second, just run the key sections of your footwork, the tricky parts you know you need to lock in. And third, make absolutely sure your costumes and accessories are completely secure.
And speaking of keeping things secure, you need a competition kit. Think of it as your ultimate survival bag. Keep it handy for quick touch-ups throughout the day. You're going to want safety pins, double-sided tape, a lint roller, extra hairpins, and plenty of water. Having this kit right by your side keeps you looking sharp and literally saves you from a total meltdown if a button suddenly pops off 10 minutes before your heat.
Moving right along to Section 3, navigating the schedule. And depending on the event size, you might be dancing in multiple rounds, right? Reading a ballroom schedule can seriously feel like trying to decipher an ancient language, so let's break down some jargon to ease the cognitive load. First up, a heat. This is simply a specific round of dancing. But pay close attention here. Your scheduled start time is just when this heat begins. It's not necessarily the exact moment you'll step onto the floor. You might be waiting for calls between actual dances, so definitely prepare for some hurry up and wait.
And then there's the staging area. This is a designated location to wait right before your heat is called. Some events use a really formal setup, while others just do a quick call and go right at the edge of the floor. So the crucial point is this: pay attention to what your schedule actually says. And hey, if you're ever unsure of where you're supposed to be, just politely ask the venue staff. They want first-timers to succeed, and they will happily point you in the right direction.
All right, time to step into the spotlight with Section 4, What Judges Look For.
And this brilliantly illustrates the whole dual nature of ballroom dancing. On one side, it's totally performance-based. Judges want to see you convincingly executing the style and the character of the dance. But on the flip side, it's strictly criteria-based. They're actively evaluating your technique, your timing, posture, and movement quality. You really have to balance that artistic look with the hard technical rules.
So what should you actually focus on when you're out there? Honestly, ignore the other competitors on the floor. You can't control them anyway. Focus entirely on bringing your own core fundamentals. Clean footwork, a rock-solid, consistent frame, controlled rise and fall, and your musicality. Just show the judges absolute clarity and commitment to the style. If you ever start feeling totally overwhelmed, I want you to make this your mantra for the day. Precision and confidence typically play well. Even if you are wildly nervous on the inside, just lock in on delivering the performance you've trained for. Trust your body, trust your training, and project that confidence. The judges will absolutely respond to it.
Which brings us to our final phase, Section 5, Floor Etiquette and Professionalism.
there are definitely a few unspoken rules here. On the floor, you need to stay respectful and quiet when you aren't dancing. Definitely avoid blocking the sight lines of the judges or the audience, and follow all staging area rules to a T. But honestly, partner communication is just as huge. You guys must have pre-planned agreements, agree on quick cue words for timing or spacing issues, have some nonverbal signals ready if a costume needs adjusting mid-dance. Being a true professional means handling those unexpected hiccups together, smoothly.
And between those dances, it is vital to have a quick reset strategy to maintain your composure during what's going to be a very long day. Try this simple 3-step method. Step 1, physically step off the floor to remove yourself from the spotlight. Step 2, do some small breathing exercises to drop that heart rate. And step 3, do a quick mental run-through of your first counts for your next dance. It totally centers you and gets you ready to go again.
All right, when the dust settles and the day is done, you're going to get your scores. And I want you to really absorb this fact. First-time results are part of your development. Your initial placements might not match your ultimate dream goals, and you know what? That is completely fine. Think of those scores and what your coaches notice as vital feedback. You are literally gathering data for your future growth.
To ground this whole experience, I love this direct quote from our source material. Your first competition is rarely about perfection, it's about learning the environment and performing your best under real pressure. You're going to face long days, lots of waiting around, and schedule tweaks, but you're also going to experience an incredibly supportive atmosphere. Treat this entire first round as high-level training for your next step. So, what does this all mean for you? Well, I'll leave you with this final thought. How will you use your first competition to build confidence for your next one? Seriously, don't view this as a test where you either pass or fail. Frame the whole shebang as an empowering stepping stone. Go in with a clear plan, warm up strategically, dance with absolute confidence, and hey, remember to actually enjoy the moment. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and good luck out there on the dance floor.